we were able to add new movies. So how about being able to remove movies? Right, so we could at the end of each one of the rows, right, add an additional column for each one of the movies. Oh, we don't have it here. So we maybe here when we're generating the TDs and the TRs, right, we can add an additional TD. Right, let's add an additional TD. And that TD is going to have a span that's going to have a class of a glyphicon. So glyphicon remove maybe. Okay, so it adds that span, that TD, very good. Let me close that TD. So it adds that, and that TD, we're going to make it clickable. So we're going to say TD dot click, and we're going to call them remove or delete movie. Delete movie. Okay, so that's going to have, we're going to have to put a function that handles that. So we're going to say function delete movie and alert delete movie. All right, so let's see. So if we click, oh wait, there it is. So it works to delete. Why does it say plot? Oh, did I copy that? I don't want that. So I don't want that, right? Just TD. All right, so that. There we go. So click, right? It deletes the movie. So we need to pass the ID somehow. It needs to know which do we want to remove. So to do that, what we could do is this TD. We could set the IMDb as an attribute of the TD. Right? So we could say TD. Oops. We could say TD set an attribute. Set the attribute ID. Set it to the value of movie.imdb ID. All right, so let's see that. We can explore this, inspect it, to verify that indeed the document has that. There's that is, right? So the TD, notice that it has the IMDb value as the ID. See that? So in the delete movie, we can retrieve the element that was clicked. Right? We can retrieve the element that was clicked. We can say var, the actual TD that was removed, when a function gets called because of an event, it optionally passes the event object that was generated that caused the event. So we can retrieve the current element. No, I forget. Let me print it. I don't remember. So we'll do console.log the event, log event. So let's click there. Let's look at the console. So there's the event object. Yeah, current target it is. Current target is a reference to the original object that was clicked. See that? So that was clicked. And notice that it has a hash. The ID is on it. So we can retrieve the ID from there. So we can say var the TD is, I'm going to grab the event.current target. That's the raw element. Okay, but I don't want the raw element. I'm going to put a $sign around it. So now it's a jQuery element around that raw element. Okay, and so because now it's a jQuery object, I can retrieve the attribute on it, right, called ID, and I can grab it here, IMDb ID. I have now the ID. Now I can send an AJAX call to remove this ID, right? I can say $, say AJAX, generate a to the URL /API.movie/ followed by IMDb ID. That's the URL, right? I want to generate not a get, I want to generate a delete. And as a success, I want to re-render the elements, right? So it'll be a find all movies. Yes? Right? All right, so let's try it out. Let's re-render. And I really didn't like this movie, and I removed it. Right? It removes and it re-updates from the database. Okay? So there it is. So we have basically all the CRUD operations, right? We can retrieve all of them. We can create a new one. We don't have update. Well, you can work on that. And we can delete an existing one, right? For update, typically what you might do, put like a pencil here. It goes and fetches that one object. It populates the form, right? It maybe add here, make it like a checkbox. That if I click on the checkbox, it generates an update, right? For that particular movie, and then it updates it, and then you would see it presumably re-rendered with the new data that you created there. Make sense, right? The more interesting part that we'll look at later on is, how do you integrate this with IMDb? IMDb. So these will be real posters, real IMDb values of objects that folks have liked, have reviewed. So these will be cached versions of those objects. The objects that come from IMDb have lots and lots of attributes, of which we're going to only cache these 4, right? And only those movies that we're interested. People that have reviewed these movies, that are following these movies, actors that are acted on these movies. Okay, but if we don't need to cache any of this in our database. So our database will only always be a subset of of the truth, our source of truth, which is IMDb. Make sense? All right, I'm gonna leave it here.